Hello, everyone. My name is Karian Therikin, and welcome to another edition of Merchant Mastery Tool Time. Today, we have Tosh Leahy from Rush. Welcome to the show, Tosh.
Hi, Karian. Hi, Merchant Mastery students. How are you?
Good. We're really good. Glad to have you on the show today. So tell me, you and I met a few weeks ago, and you gave me a little tour of your service, Rush. Tell me all about it in a way that somebody brand new to the Rush app can be introduced.
Well, Rush is an all-in-one post-purchase solution for Shopify. What that means is it takes the place of 3, 4, 5 apps. So essentially, post-purchase, we turn all those post-purchase events. So once the sale is made, from the order confirmation, all the tracking emails are now branded with your brand. The customer's engaging with your store on your domain, not just tracking, and they're engaging with your store every time, and the click-through rate is fantastic, and so you're seeing a lot more sales post-purchase. So you're turning the post-purchase events into a whole new sales channel, and that has other consequences, meaning they're not going to be asking, the tracking's perfect, they're not going to be asking, where's my order? There's, aside from upsales, there's lots of like things you can do with win-back campaigns and everything like that, and it integrates in seamlessly with Klaviyo, who are our partners.
Okay, terrific. Yeah, Klaviyo is a big-time partner of Merchant Mastery as well and Social Light Communications. Yeah, so you take over post-purchase. Is that
correct? Once that sale happens, Rush is kicked in, and that order confirmation, Rush has all the data. It pushes it to Klaviyo, and that goes out, and it's going to be all branded. It's not competing with Klaviyo. It integrates with Klaviyo in a way that Rush has so much shipping and tracking and data that you can actually create communications that are far better than just after letting your sale go and you made the sale and forget it, and it's much better than that.
Okay, terrific. So tell you what, you've got a little description and some slides for us, right? Maybe walk us through the features and benefits of the app.
You bet. Let me share my screen here real quick, and you just let me know if you can see it.
I can see it.
Yeah, so Rush basically it's not just tracking software. You're basically going to kind of eliminate all those customer service tickets while increasing your AOV and LTV. So your average order value is going to go up because they're going to be clicking through those communications, those emails and those SMS communications about the tracking. The lifetime value of the customer is going to improve because you're just going to have much better communication with your customers.
Okay.
So yeah, so just it's very, very powerful. So currently, sorry, this is in the way here, but currently people just normally neglect the customer. They made the sale, it's fine. Maybe you do a follow-up email. But using Rush, it's so much more powerful having all of those branded tracking pages and all that clear communication. We are integrated with 600 carriers plus worldwide. So we're getting tons of data, and we're creating what's called triggers. We create triggers from these little pieces of data that can say, hey, 32 hours has passed. Just wanted to let you know your order is still, we haven't forgotten you. Your order is still in transit. And people love this very, very good communication. In fact, people don't really care about products being late, their order being late. They care about having that good communications where, thank you for letting me know. We'll be back with you in 2 days just to give you an update, and you can set all these triggers. We set all these triggers. And the beautiful thing is, none of your students, your Merchant Master students, have time for more apps. Everybody's got so many apps. We have got a very robust back-end team that does all that heavy lifting for you. We create the triggers that create the recipes that make these flows. So the flows that drive all this are created by Rush. So it's really, really powerful. And with the delays that happened in Q4 and the delays that are happening now with carriers and supply chains, you really need to bump up that communication with the customer. So very, very important to have that improvement. So instead of just a plain old tracking, you're going to see really nice branded communications. They're going to be engaging on your domain, not on a subdomain. So it's very powerful, and you're going to have custom collections put together. Again, you don't need to remember this because Rush team is going to put together these custom collections minus the product or products that they purchased. So very nice looking branding, very, very powerful.
What really got me when you showed me this the first time, Tosh, was that this is an opportunity to not only, give your purchaser, your customer, some information, but now you can also have the opportunity to upsell, resell, right? Cross-sell, because now it becomes a user experience beyond the information.
Correct. You're absolutely correct. And so you can see here, call to actions button, buy now, review requests, other things here, custom collection. So very, very powerful way to, it's funny. I used to be in e-commerce myself, and, I didn't really think of the post-purchase events as anything but, just get the order to them and, try to communicate with them as best as possible. I never thought of it as a sales channel. And now I completely think of this whole these post-purchase events. Yeah, so it's very powerful. Moving on to the next slide here. So basically you can schedule review requests, according to actual delivery dates. So it's really, really convenient to schedule those emails, have perfect timing. You're going to maximize your customers' happiness. And we're integrated with Looks, Judge Me, Stamped, Akendo, Yotpo. These are all deep integrations along with Klaviyo that we have, which really drive a lot of the power. So it's not just a standalone app, it's these integrations which help. And I mentioned before the triggers. These are all done with basically setting up these filters and triggers. And we can get into that if you want to, but it's probably a little bit more technical for the meeting than we need. Jumping on to the next slide. I mean, basically, we supply a really good analytics report. So you can see exactly, what the carriers are, where your carriers are, the percentages, what's delivered, easily see problems. I'm going to show this to you just a little bit more. Destination, country, problems with the order. So just a really good dashboard where you can look at it very quickly and say, oh, I've got a problem here. Let me communicate with the customer. Or you might have had it set up so that communication already happened with the customer. So like I said earlier, Rush supports is integrated with, it's probably closer to 700 now, 700 carriers worldwide. And if you're going to be shipping to Spanish countries, it's going to be in Spanish. This is very important detail. If you're shipping to Europe, if you're growing internationally, it's nice because you can have it in Urdu, or you can have it in, French, whatever. So very, 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 very good to have all these integrations. And especially if you're drop shipping, don't want to neglect that. A lot of people are using UniExpress, ePacket, or Ali shipments. So, and that's really in a nutshell what it is that we do.
Okay, really good. I think that was a great explanation. Maybe just pull up the website for a second.
Of course, yeah.
See what that looks like. So there it is.
Yeah, we're here on. Let me go back here and let me just move this. Forgive me here. I'm not quite sure how to get rid of that. If I can hide that. But anyway, I'll just let it be there. So when you jump into the apps and you click Rush, you're basically faced with, the dashboard, shipments, analytics, settings, and billing. So very, very simple layout. You can quickly see your shipping performance, what the problems are, if there's any shipping exceptions, failed delivery status, tracking numbers, that type of thing. And like I said, you can have it in, native languages throughout the world. This covers basically 95% of all the people speaking, these languages in the world. What's beautiful is that we've got one click, one session attribution. What this means is that every order that is gained through an SMS or an email notification is going to be tracked here, so you can always see what Rush delivers. And this is probably one of the most important details. We expect to see minimum 5 to 10x on what you pay. So if you're paying with Rush, $29, we want to see 5 to 10x minimum on that. That's the goal. Larger stores, it blows that away. We even see 50, 75x, literally, not an exaggeration. It's just a lot of extra money being generated on the back end.
Okay, really
and so So yeah, that's sort of in a nutshell. I could go into settings and kind of show you things, but this is where we do the integration with
Sure.
ShipBob, PayPal. Oh, PayPal, that's a quick little addition. We're basically completed the PayPal integration, which means PayPal's going to get a lot more tracking information, all these conflicts and PayPal disputes. Most of those are going to go away. You're going to get paid a lot faster from PayPal. So the payouts are going to be quicker because you've given them more information. And just in here is where we set up all the upsales and cross sale buttons and everything like that. So billing, we don't.
Right. Oh, this is good. Now, I think we get the idea. This is good, a really good talk. So maybe stop sharing your screen for a second. Let's bring you back. Let's bring you back onto the main screen. There we go. Hey, that was terrific. I presume that we can find you on the Shopify App Store, and right, you'll be right there. Pricing starts at $29. Is that what you said?
No, pricing starts. There's a free plan, but there's also a $9 plan, and then it's a sliding scale, $29. So let's say you're doing 350 shipments a month. You can slide the scale to that and pay that amount. And so it's very simple. And the feedback that I've gotten from everybody is, they've been able to get rid of tracking apps and upsell, cross-sell apps. And, with a 5 to 10x expectation, it's kind of a no-brainer.
No, it's really good. No, that was a terrific presentation. Where are they going to find you? They're going to find you on the Shopify App Store, right? And what is the URL? Rush.app or
Rush.app?
Okay,
Go to the Shopify store and put in Rush.app, and boom, you'll come right up. And we're happy to do a free trial with anybody. And at that point, we gather data. So we'll gather, 7 to 14 days of data. We'll look at that data, and then we will know how to build those flows. Again, Rush backend team kind of does most of that work.
A lot of people, most people, have heavy concentration on that customer experience at the front end. Now it's the customer experience post-purchase. And I think, that's just an absolutely untouched opportunity right now in the grand scheme of things. Yeah,
exactly. And you put in something after ship, perfectly good program, but it's just so basic, and you're already paying. You're paying for that. This does 10 times what that does, and we hope anybody gives it a shot, installs it. But we do want you to give it a shot. It takes roughly 1 to 2 months to perfect those flows. We perfect those flows, so you don't want to install it, live with it for 3 weeks and be like, oh, I'm not seeing the results right away. It doesn't work like that. It takes us time to perfect, your store, your vertical, and how that works. So
it's a silent automated CSR. Right? That's phenomenal. Okay, Tosh Leahy from Rush. Thanks for being on.
My pleasure. Good to see you, Kurian.